Hello and welcome to Dad Got This, where we answer the tough questions like, can I improve upon my beef jerky recipe for the Ninja Woodfire? And who won the neck decorating contest at work? That second one's easy. It was a tie. Now, if you follow the channel, one of the first things I originally cooked when I first got my Ninja Woodfire was beef jerky. However, I made some mistakes. So I intend to correct that and give you a little bit better version of beef jerky on the Ninja Woodfire. But to do that, we have to go back 2 days ago when I first started and prepped my chuck roast for beef jerky. Let's go to then.
This is a 2.5 pound chuck roast. To make it easier to slice, pop it in the freezer for 1 to 2 hours. We want to slice this against the grain. It's going to make your beef jerky easier to chew. Using a nice, large, sharp knife, just slice it into really thin strips. Next, grab a good-sized bowl and add 1.5 cups of dark soy sauce, 1/4 cup of mirin, 1 tablespoon sesame oil, 1/2 cup of guava nectar, 1/4 cup honey, 1/2 cup of brown sugar, 1/2 teaspoon of curing salt, 1 teaspoon of white pepper, 1 teaspoon of ground ginger, and the last thing we add is 6 cloves of minced garlic. Mix this up really well. Add in all your beef. Pull it apart and make sure that everything's separated. Now, use your hands and get in there and mix it really well to make sure the marinade gets into all of the meat. Cover your bowl. Stick it in your fridge for 2 days.
Welcome back to now. Now that our beef jerky has been sitting in the fridge for about a day and a half, let's go ahead and get it out and get it ready to get on the Ninja Woodfire. This step is very important. Apparently, drying it is going to help our dehydrator have to work not quite as hard and maybe a little faster. If you think about it, dehydrating is removing moisture. If you just stick this in there with all that marinade on there, it's just going to take longer. The marinade's done its thing. It's in the meat. We don't really need the stuff that's on the outside of the meat as much. We're gonna take all of our nicely cut chuck roast. That smells wonderful. I almost want to stir fry this. It smells so good. I didn't do this step the last time I made jerky, and it took quite a while. Now we're gonna take our paper towels. We're gonna let that sit there for about 5, maybe 10 minutes. Just really soak up that marinade that's on the outside of the beef. While we're doing that, let's go get the wood fire ready. Today, I'm gonna use some smoking pecan shell pellets because these are the pellets that I have found that last the absolute longest in the wood fire. I don't have to change them or refill them as often, so I like to use them on these longer cooks. Grab your pellet hopper and fill it to the top. Give it the dad shake. The dad shake either compacts the pellets and makes it burn better, separates the pellets and gives it lots of air and makes it burn better, or does absolutely nothing and just makes me feel like it burns better. I still do it every time. And there's really 2 ways you can do this. You can use your air fry basket, or you can use one of these elevated racks. I like using the elevated rack because I can kind of hang meat over it a little bit. I can get a little bit more than I can get in the air fryer basket if I use this guy.
I'm using a little grill mat to help with cleanup, and I'm putting the rack down. I think that'll help elevate it and get a better smoke.
The last time I made jerky, I did it at 165 Fahrenheit. However, over my experience cooking with this unit for a very long time, I have learned that the lower you go, the better. The unit's so small of a cook chamber and everything, even when you have it set at the quote unquote right temperature, it's really better to just undershoot that temperature a little bit, get a little bit more time in the smoke, and everything kind of just works out better. So I'm going with 150. The last time it took me around 3 or 4 hours to dehydrate it. This is a lot more than I made last time, so I set it for 6 hours. We'll see how that goes. Now, while that is getting ready to go, I'm gonna go ahead and stick this right in there. I have determined that for me, I don't get any bad smoke flavor by putting my meat in when the unit is starting up and getting that big plume of smoke. One thing people complain about on the Ninja Woodfire is lack of smoke flavor. I've never gotten a bitter or creosote taste by doing this, so that's what I'm gonna go do.
It's actually been about an hour and a half. Let's go ahead and see how it looks.
Yep, still burning.
Dehydrating a little bit, but not too much. I'll check back in when these are basically done. Been about 3 hours, and they're still pretty moist looking. think they've gotten enough smoke, so I'm gonna do a double setup to get more airflow around them, which should hopefully let them dry out a little easier. We'll let that go for a little while longer, and that should hopefully dry out everybody. Maybe we'll swap them in an hour or so. I don't know, never tried this.
Since that was a pretty big roast and I cut it really thin, it took up a lot of surface area. So I got as much as I could on there. I really actually kind of overcrowded that sucker, but they should shrink up as they dehydrate and I'll probably be fine. And there's not much left to do. I'll check the hopper just about every hour, make sure everything's going good and refill is needed. And I won't look at those again for at least 2 hours, just to give you guys kind of a look and see what it looks like progress-wise. 12 hours. It took 12 hours for this beef to jerky. I did not know that the fattier the cut of beef, the longer it takes for beef to jerky. So I should have cut out the thick chunks of fat and kind of been a little bit more judicious when I trimmed this up and started this process. But supposedly, even though it takes forever, it's supposed to make some really good jerky. Now, I will believe that this is good jerky because I used some of the leftover meat in a stir fry, little cornstarch in there, and man, it made a really nice stir fry. The flavor of the sauce was really, really good. It actually took so long that I did the first 6 hours at 150 degrees Fahrenheit, and then it went another 6 hours at 165, and it's been split between 2 days. This has been a process. I still have jerky out there on the Ninja trying to dry out the last bit of it that was the really fatty bit. I'm interested to see how this tastes. We're gonna take, there's a piece of the jerky so you guys can. Jerky. Oh man. Worth the time though. That flavor's amazing. I am currently going through an Invisalign treatment, which makes my teeth very sensitive and things get stuck in there. Beef jerky probably isn't the greatest idea for me right now, but I really wanted to make this, so it's really good though. That is some of the best darn beef jerky I have ever tasted. I'm gonna vac seal these up in some small little individual pouches. These should last for a couple of weeks in my fridge, vac sealed like that, if they last that long, because they're very tasty. And it's really good. I suggest you give this marinade a try. And maybe if you want to just do a stir fry version of it, just take the curing salt out and switch it with regular salt. And it's fantastic. So there you go. That is how you take the longest amount of time possible to make beef jerky in the Ninja Woodfire. If you want to do this and not take as long, use a leaner cut like an eye round or a London broil or something like that. If you're enjoying this content, please do the likey subscribe stuff. YouTube loves it when you leave a like. I love it when you leave a comment. I answer just about every comment in my comment section. Really want to support the channel? Become a member. You get behind the scenes access, shout outs, producer credits, all kinds of fun stuff. But if you can't, please just subscribe. It would really help me out. With all that out of the way, I guess there's only one question left to answer. Why did the old man fall down the well? Because he couldn't see that well. Yeah. Dad may tell horrible dad jokes, make some fantastic beef jerky. But one thing Dad will never do is an outro. So that's it. Bye.
This is the part where I thank all of my members. You guys are the absolute best. Thank you so much for your support and rock on. I don't know why I said rock on, but rock on.